Greetings all, Frog here. Let's play some GeoGuessr, where we have been challenged by longtime contributor Nio117, who sent in this message and said, everything's in Newcastle. So, what probably is obvious to long-time GeoGuessr players is that, I don't know, there's a couple of Newcastles. I can think of 4 off the top of my head. There's the one in England, there's one in Australia, there's one in New Zealand, and there's one, I believe, in Nova Scotia, or it might be PEI. No, because PEI is French, Nova Scotia is English? Whichever one up there, maybe it's Newfoundland. One of those ones in the eastern Canadian provinces, right? So those are the 4 I know of off the top of my head. And I probably, if I thought harder, there's probably a Newcastle somewhere in New England. There's probably one in Ireland, I bet. I don't know. We'll find out. But we're in Newcastle. The other thing, is the Newcastle Museum, that I just thought of, which terrifies me, is what if we're in a Newcastle that's not in English? So, Neuschwanstein is technically a new castle, and that's in Germany. So, you know, who knows? Okay, so anyway, this is the Newcastle Museum. Welcome to the Newcastle Museum. I can't read that. Probably unimportant. And there's a Crown Plaza here, of course. Other hotel chains are available. It's Health and Wellness Center, .org.au. So this is the Newcastle that's in Australia. Presumably the Newcastle Museum is in Newcastle, Australia. But we'll find out. St. George, honestly, the Crown Plaza and the Newcastle Museum might be enough to find... Oh, nice camel. Might be enough to find us our place here. Fred's Ash Limited. Well, let's just zoom in. First off, I know we're not here, but I want to just check. Which one, where is that Newcastle? Yeah, it's Nova Scotia. That's what I was thinking. It's that one that sticks out there. I'm happy my moderate skill was able to remember that. Newcastle, Australia. We're down somewhere on some street. There's the Newcastle Museum. Where is the hotel? There's the Crown Plaza. So we were sitting right here. All right, that's the gimme. I kind of expected the first one was going to be Newcastle, Australia. From here on out, I don't know. Maybe they're all actually Newcastle, Australia, and he's not playing a mental game. Maybe it's a mental game on the mental game, right? I could clearly not choose the cup in front of you because if you don't get that reference, I'm not sure we can be friends. It's the Princess Bride. The Newcastle Memorial Arena. Okay. At the corner of Baldwin and Carolyn Street. Alright. Could be anywhere right now. Can't see the plates. They look to be short plates, though. It's the Newcastle Memorial Arena. Stop sign on the right. That's Edward Street, Baldwin. So we're coming up to Edward Street West. Hello. Live bands, food trucks, classic cars and tractors, free kids games, and more. The first Saturday of October. Newcastle something festival. Raffle festival, maybe. In October. Okay. If it weren't for a single solid yellow line, I'd say that this is the United States, but that's not what I'm used to. If it is the United States, I've never seen that construction before. Normally it would be a double yellow. This looks like American electioneering. It's a neighborhood watch community. It's lovely. It's always good to look out for your fellow neighbors. We don't know our neighbors. We actually have 2 new neighbors, which is good. Because for a while, the neighbors on both sides of us were not great. Now we have 2 new neighbors, so there's positives. I haven't been over there yet. Maybe I should make some cookies. I like go over and knock on the door. Come on, knock on our door. And if you don't know that reference, you're probably younger than 30. Three's Company. John Ritter. Don Knotts. Susan Sarandon? Suzanne Summers. Suzanne Summers. For a, you know, late 70s, early 80s sitcom, pretty good. But I should bake some cookies, go on, knock on their door, say, hey, I'm your neighbor. Don't be crazy. Thanks. This is Newcastle and District Recreation Complex. Brilliant. Last Saturdays in September, join us. Leave your fields to follow. Bowmanville Fire Station. Leave your cheese to sour. That is from the Broadway smash Pippin. Alright, I mean... St. Francis of Assisi Catholic Elementary School. I cannot tell which diocese this is in. Not that it would really help. Well, no, actually it would help tremendously if it was the diocese. If it was the deanery, it's not going to help much at all. That looks like a Canadian flag, though. It's too sunny. It's always sunny in Canada. Yeah, that does look like a Canadian flag. Yeah, the diocese would help tremendously. Every Catholic diocese is broken into deaneries. The deans that are the priests in charge of that deanery. Well, that's inconvenient. But the dioceses are usually geographically named. The Archdiocese of Detroit, for instance. The Diocese of Cleveland, where we are. Regional Highway 2 and King Avenue West. For sale, 416. Isn't 416 Toronto area? Or is that 415? Well, it's Regional Highway 2. King Avenue West. Newcastle. Welcome to Newcastle. Women hockey Olympic gold medalist Tara Watchorn lives here. Everything else is a little too blurry for me, and if I go back one, I think I have the truck in the way. Oh, no! It's still too blurry, unfortunately. If we go forward 2. No, I suspected too far. I think it's in Nova Scotia. But this whole 416 area code is throwing that into doubt. Lovely little town. No skateboards. Man. Why is the man always trying to bring us down? What does that say on that top of the sign there? Yeah, not hopeful. It's Provincial Road 17. Looks like that. Is that first off Nova Scotia? No, actually, it doesn't look like that's the case. Who has provincial markers like that? Well, if it's by Toronto, it's Prince Edward on an island, but it's not Prince Edward Island. Who has provincial roads like that? How about we get actually up into Canada? Yeah, none of them really look like that on the map, so I can't go by that. So we need more. We need just a little bit more. Where in Canada is this Newcastle? I thought it was NS. It appears not to be NS. I need something to say like Nova Scotia's best something. You know what I mean? And I don't have it. I still have Foodlands. I did not know that. It's the Metrolink. The Metrolink around what? Because I don't think Newcastle, based on that, is large enough to be part of some sort of Metrolink. Clarington Public Library, it says. Newcastle branch. So where's Clarington? Indeed. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is going to tell me what province we're in. They won't. Other insurance companies are, of course, available. Their jingle just isn't as humble. Although, Farmers is pretty close. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Other insurance agencies are available, as we've already established. Timmy H. The gates of Newcastle Village Plaza. Alright, now we're leaving. Let's see if we can read the Newcastle sign on this side of town. No. Say St. Lawrence? I don't know. Alright, look. I thought it would... Whoa. Not that it was in Russia. I thought it was over here. I've seen it before. And this is where all the English is. Not all the English, but this is where... Like, of the islands, there's French islands and there's English islands. And these are the English islands. If I were to think of them that way. Alright? We're looking basically for Clarington or Newcastle. And I'm sort of hoping it's out over this way, but apparently it's not. Cardigan? No, Clarington. Provincial Road 17 is on this island. But not for long. Because these are all French inspired. For the most part. What the heck was that, by the way? Oh, alright. Placentia is a town? Really? Seems like not the best name. Well, I do not remember where Newcastle is in Canada. If it's Toronto area, let's zoom in and find out. Just kind of moving up all in here. There's another Perth. There's Provincial Road 17. No, no, no. 17 survive the other side? It does. Okay. Does not appear to survive down this way, though. Okay, it's unfortunate. Oh, no, there it is. It's back again. I can't follow it. It doesn't appear to be over here. That's the shape we're after, though. I mean, that's it over here. Well, look. Where's the 17? There's the 17. How poorly will this guess be? Aside from astonishingly. It's going to be astonishingly bad. It was up, over, down by Toronto. I was not incorrect about that. I just didn't zoom in far enough. And there's 17. Must be like County Road or something. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's one little bit. We spent a ridiculous amount of time on that guess. Far too much time, to be honest with you. United States. Newcastle, United States. Realistically, New England. Doesn't have to be, but realistically, New England. We're at Cypress Street in the corner of Range, it looks like. Drange. Okay, we're on the corner of Cypress and Drange. On Cypress itself. Right outside of the Newcastle Fire District, Station 41. If there are 41 fire stations in Newcastle, I will be shocked. The 916 area code. Where is that? I don't know. Allow me a beverage. Okay. We'll go up Main Street, because it's the Main Street. Make 7 up yours. Placer County. .ca.gov. CA is California. California, the 916 area code resides. Where is our Newcastle then? Let's do a quick over. Alright. Didn't expect to find it on that level. A lot of towns in California. No idea where Placer County is. Literally no idea. I find it interesting that there's a Newcastle, California. It definitely seems weird to me. I would expect California to be full of like camps and forts right there, camps and forts. Not Newcastle. Alright, well we need a little bit more, but we know we're in California, so that's a start. In Placer County, if we knew where that was. Canadian Highway would be, or Canadian Highway would be confusing. A Californian highway would be much appreciated right about now. This looks like it's in the south part. Certainly the eastern part. We are going toward Auburn and Newcastle. We weren't in Newcastle itself. Newcastle's that way. Auburn's that way. Going to Newcastle proper? I think so. Go through the tunnel here. It's a one-lane subway. Uh-huh. Oh, perfect. It's 9385 Old State Highway. Something. It's an Old State Highway. It has to have had a previous indication. You could at least tell me what that is, or designation, rather. Future home of the Newcastle Fire District Station 41. What? They're moving it? Must be. Oh, here we go. This is fantastic. It's the I-80 between Sacramento and Reno. Oh, 80. Zoom out. I need more space. There's the 80. Alright, so between Sacramento and Reno, we're looking for Newcastle. There it is. Fantastic. We were on something and something else. I remember we were on Drange Street at one point. None of these look right. Where was I? It's the corner of Cypress? I feel like Cypress. Can we return to start when I click return to start? Cypress and... Because apparently they're moving this. Apparently. Cypress and... Oh, there we go. Drange. Cypress and Drange. Cypress runs kind of north-south-ish. It's by... There we go. There's Cypress. It says the fire station's right there. And it says the new one's over here. I don't know. All I know is I'm in the right spot. We're driving on the left. I think we're in Newcastle, South Africa, from a quick glance around. But could be elsewise. Nope, South Africa. I can't remember what the dollar, what their monetary unit is. But it's an R. I know it starts with an R. R11. That's cost of something. All right, we're in Newcastle, South Africa. It's on the left coast, isn't it? By Cape Town. No. Pretty sure it's on the coast. I could be spectacularly wrong. As I was in Canada. Although, in Canada, I was not too far off. I was looking for province roads when I should have been looking for county roads, but, you know, that's alright. Newcastle, where are you? Most of the English stuff is over here, isn't it? Could be. I feel like I've seen Newcastle, South Africa before. I just don't know where it is. So if we can get lucky and get like a route designation somehow. I don't see one yet. Main drag is sort of running north by northwest. Cue the plane. Jesus, this looks like the type of intersection I would build in City Skylines. It's not good. That is not a glowing recommendation of praise. Inkadu River. Don't know where that is. McDonald's. Here we go. The N34 to Johannesburg, the R34, excuse me, to Johannesburg goes west. We are east of Johannesburg. We're looking for the R34. Let's use trunk roads. So we seem to be using any sort of method of sanity. No, it honestly does not seem to be sane by any stretch of the imagination. Johannesburg and what? Vrede? There's Reed. I think it would be around here somewhere. Oh, you're no longer really going west to Johannesburg at that point. There it is! Whoa, what luck. Stumbled right on it. Right along this street right here. Nice. Cool building. It's a cool bridge. A lot of neat stuff going on right here. Long plates, and they're yellow. .co.uk. We're in actual Newcastle. I wonder where Oldcastle is. I want to go see that bridge. Is it a footbridge or is it a car bridge? Get me down there. I hate you a little bit. I want to go see that bridge. I want to see the bridge. You stink. Alright, well that's fine. Newcastle itself, which is over here. Oh, wait a minute. That's Newcastle upon Tyne. Is that the actual Newcastle? I always get these confused. Because there's more than one. I think that's the only one. I think that's the one that counts. No, I don't know. What is that? That's south. We're looking south at that cool thing. Yeah, that's that. We were on the bridge. We were on the Tyne Bridge. We're fine. There you go. Cool. Awesome. There's Newcastle's. We were in Newcastle. Technically, the California one surprised me. I did not remember that one. I really thought the Canadian one was in Nova Scotia, but apparently not. Unless there's also one in Nova Scotia. I don't know. But as it is, that is all we have. If you would like to send in your challenge yourself, like Nio did here, please do so. You can go to geoguessr.com and put in your locations. It spits out a link. That link you would send to me in a private message on Facebook or YouTube. You can also go to geoguessr.com itself and be a pro member for $3 a month, I think. Plus in my case, a translation fee or a conversion fee. What do they call it? A money exchange fee, because I'm not paying in dollars. So there's a foreign transaction fee on my credit card, which I find to be amusing, because it's a Swedish company, which is fine. So it ends up being like $3.20 or something for me a month. It's still well worth it. Regardless, you don't have to pay. I certainly would not do that in any way. I'm not endorsed by them, and vice versa. But either way, send me that private message. Nio, thank you very much for sending this one in. It was very enjoyable. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, click the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel to stay updated to everything as it happens. And until next time, cheers.